Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Mo again. So, right now in this lecture, we're going to be working with organizational units. We're going to see what is an actual OU, what is the purpose of it, why is it good to have OUs? I mean, when I think about OUs, there's only one thing that hits my mind, which is an actual department. All right. So, watch this. Look what I'm going to do here. Let me go back right over here. I don't have any OUs except for the domain controls OU, which is hosting my domain controller. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create some OUs over here. So watch this. I could just right click and I say new, an organizational unit, which means I am trying to easy of management of my user accounts, my groups, my computers. That's easy of management. Like I'm trying to make things more simplified. I put them in different departments. So I'm going to click on organizational unit and I'm going to call this one, let's say, sales. I like to always go ahead and leave the check mark in the box where I could protect it against deletion. Imagine you have an OU, you have lots of users and computers in there, and all of a sudden it gets deleted by mistake because it's not protected against deletion. Imagine all those computers are gone. You could be in big trouble. That's why I always want to leave the check mark there. So I'm going to click OK. I could click over here. That's like a shortcut to create an OU. But if I do this, it creates OU under sales. So I'm going to go back to the domain level, create an OU, and choose, let's say, this time HR. All right. Then OK. Then I want to create another OU right over here and call this, let's say, QA, quality assurance. It could be support, it could be tech, it could be engineering, right? I mean, think about it per a department. That's what we're looking at. And let's say QA for it's a software company, quality assurance. And I'm going to protect against deletion. So everything is protect against what? Deletion. Let's try and match the QA. Actually, it's better with an uppercase. So we can see it better. And you know what? If I try to rename this and I'd say I want to call it HR with R uppercase, that's actually better. So I have sales, HR, and quality assurance. I have nothing under these actual departments. Now, this is one way of doing things. What I could also do, I just want to actually show you for the quality assurance, what I would do under an OU, I could create sub OUs. One of them is going to be actually called what? So I'm going to create two OUs. One is actually for the users and one is for the PCs. So I'm going to create this one and call it users. And you'll see why. And I'm going to create another OU and call this PCs. Why am I doing this? Because when I apply group policies can be linked either to a user or to an actual computer, right? So that's why I want to show you like it could be done this way or it could be done just an actual department, depending on the size of the company. I could also create OUs based on locations. Let's say, for example, if I right click and I choose new, organizational unit. Let's say this is going to be called New York, right? Protect against deletion. Then under the OU of New York, I could have my actual departments. Let's say on here, I have one that is called marketing. Okay, I'm just showing you different options that you may be facing in the field. So it could be based on a location. Then under there, the actual departments. Then I have another department under here. Let's say it's called engineering, right? Just like this. Just showing you all the options or possibilities that you could be actually facing. And then, okay. So these are situations that you could be actually seeing. It could be an OU, and then one for the computers, one for the users, or it could be based on the location, and the actual OUs are actually under the other departments, or it could be just directly like sales and HR. So these are just different choices that I could actually be looking into, right? This is just how I could create OUs at the beginning before I could start putting users and groups and moving computers there. It makes the ease of management much easier, right? And the reason why I like this because I could be applying GPOs, which are policies, which are restrictions per a department, per an OU. It only affects that OU. I could be applying per a domain. I could be applying per an OU. That's a beauty of having different organizational units. So I'm going to leave it the way it is right now. So this lecture, I just wanted to go ahead create actual OUs, and we're going to be using this a lot. You'll see for future videos. So for now, we're going to actually stop at this point, and we'll continue further with a new lecture in a few moments. All right, folks, we'll see you guys later.